This is Walt Disney World Today. Give us 5 minutes and we'll give you the world.
It's Friday, August 11th, 2006, and this is episode number 137 of Walt Disney World Today. I'm Matt Hochberg from mgmstudios.org. Get out your grinders. It's Mike Scopa of MousePlanet.com. Welcome, Mike.
Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Robin, but you can call me Chuck.
Also on the panel is Len, the Nature Boy Testa, the unofficial guide to Walt Disney World. Welcome,
Len. Nice, very nice. Nature Boy. So I guess it beats. Who was the other guy? Ravishing Len Testa. That would have been great. Ravishing Rick Rude.
You could have been the Ultimate Warrior also. But...
I could have. Well, yeah, I couldn't have been that.
Mike Newell of Mouse World Radio, which now consists of no less than 37 stations, is here. Welcome, Mike.
Hiya, buddies.
And we have Sans Helium today. Annette Owens of MEI Mouse Fan Travel, which can be found online at www.mousefantravel.com. Welcome, Annette.
Thank you so much. Forgot the helium tonight.
And we brought Annette on because starting in January of 2007, Disney is starting a Pirate and Princess parties at the Magic Kingdom. Since this is a brand new event, there's nothing in the unofficial guide about this, so we're at a loss about what to say. So we brought on our helium-free friend, Annette, from MEI Mouse Fan Travel, to tell us about the event. But first, Mike Scopa, why don't you tell us the dates for 2007?
Let's see. From what I understand, there are 13 nights on which the Disney's Pirate and Princess Party will be taking place in the Magic Kingdom, beginning January. And for those of you who would like those dates, January 22nd, 26th, 29th, February 1st, 5th, 8th, 12th, 15th, 23rd, 26th, and March 2nd, 5th, and 8th, from 7:30 p.m. to 12:30 in the morning.
And we'll have those dates and times on the on our show notes. Now, Annette, why don't we start out by telling our listeners what exactly this event is?
It's going to be very, very similar to what some guests are used to with the Halloween party and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas party. But now, January through March, they'll be able to take their little girls, little boys, or big girls and big boys, just depends who wants to dress up as a pirate and a princess, and head to the Magic Kingdom on those select nights, and they will have those extended hours from 7:30 to 12:30 in the morning where they can go on a quest. The princesses will be given a event guide treasure bag, and the pirates will be given a treasure map. And they will have different courts that they will go to and have different events at, and they will be gathering beads and chocolates.
So this is the Pirate and Princess Party. This is like a hard-ticketed event like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so the park will be closed by, if it's 7:30, 6:30, something along those lines. And then it's going to operate just the same way with wristbands and all that.
Right, starting at 4 o'clock, they'll start going up and getting their wristbands, giving their hard tickets up, get their wristbands, and the guests with the wristbands will be able to stay in the parks, and they'll gradually be getting the others without the wristbands out, so those guests that have paid for the event will be able to stay.
So it'll be through like random selected beatings, for the people who are not allowed in the park.
Right. Yes. Sure.
They'll be getting the sticks out and beating them like, get out! Go ahead. I'm surprised you guys had heard something or expected something serious from me. All right, go ahead. So do you have to dress up like a pirate, or is this like, do we all get like Jack Sparrow lessons? How's this all going to work?
Well, wouldn't it be nice to go in the park with everybody looking like Jack Sparrow? But no.
Not so compelling for me, but okay, go ahead.
Oh, that kind of pirate.
Oh.
Pittsburgh pirates,
Show up in
software piracy, like Napster users or something. Okay, all right.
I'm sure there'll be lots of little girls and maybe some of the little boys that go over to that Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique and get ready for the party. Get their hair and makeup done, dress up like a princess, and then they have a cool dude hairstyling they could do over that Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo for the boys.
I want to let my son dress up like a princess. I mean the little girls.
Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Right. Okay.
I gotta say, it looks like the pirates get the better end of the deal here.
I want the pirate route with the chocolate. I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have the chocolate.
So the pirate, can you explain, Annette, what each group gets?
The pirates are going to have a map that's going to take them to coves, into Adventureland, Frontierland, and Tomorrowland. In those coves, they will be treated to some special shows. They're going to see a sword presentation. They're going to get to see, I'm trying to see what else. There's going to be a special haunted cruise.
Is that the riverboat thing?
The riverboat.
How are they going to do that? I wonder what they mean by haunted. Like, is the riverboat going to be haunted, or is stuff along the river going to be haunted?
Must be like the Not So Scary one. They do something like that with the Not So Scary, but I think they tell stories when the riverboat is going. It could be that.
And then the princesses are going to have their own little area where they go into Adventureland, Fantasyland, and then into Toontown Fair, where they will be able to pose with their favorite princesses. They will have a dance party under the sea back with Sebastian, and then they will get to see some acrobatics and there's a little more of the training on the sword fighting and that kind of stuff that'll be over in Adventureland.
Now, with the usual hard-ticketed events such as Mickey's Not So Scary and Mickey's Very Merry, there are usually annual pass discount nights. Are there any of those? Have any of those been announced for the Pirate and Princess parties?
Kind of hard to say, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, there are 5 nights that annual pass holders and up to 3 guests can go at a discount. And, of course, those are the earlier nights, the January dates and the first 2 nights in February, the 1st and the 5th. And they can call the pass holder number, and they can order those tickets, and they can pick them up at will call. Looks like it's about a $4 or $5 discount for annual pass holders. DVC can bring up to 5 guests, and they have the same price discount that the pass holders have.
Party in Newell's car.
Yeah, really? Woo!
Now, Mike Scopa, you live for these hard-ticketed events. You're quite the fan of them. It's no secret. Are you looking forward to this?
Well, I have a question for Annette. It sounds like was it Len that said it sounds like it's better to be a pirate than a princess? All I know is that I'd love to be able to take my picture with Belle, but if I'm a pirate,
I was so gonna say that. So Scopa's torn here. Does he need to dress up as the princess, or does he go as the pirate?
I think, yeah, Matt. I'm really curious to see how this works. It sounds like it's very similar to the Not So Scary. I think that in both cases you've got a special parade. In both cases you've got something dealing with little trinkets that are given out. The candy. I think there's a little bit extra entertainment that you'd see. Remains to be seen if there is enough to justify the cost of the separate admission. So that will be something that hopefully I'll be able to check out either January, February, or March. I think what I might do is wait till March, though, when they have it perfected.
We actually have people going to the first event on January 22nd, so to check it out. So we can report back after that.
That'd be great. And Len, I was noticing something. A lot of the dates for all these, with the exception of the parties that are occurring the week of President's Week, this event is occurring during a dead time of the year, is it not?
Yeah, it's except for President's Week, it's generally pretty slow. They initially started scheduling them after the marathon in January.
After Martin Luther King weekend.
Right, and Martin Luther King weekend. So, and it's typically on like Mondays and Fridays?
Right. I didn't.
There's a couple Thursdays in there, but yeah, you get the idea. So, yeah, I mean, is there anything on a Saturday? I don't think so.
Let me pull up my oversized calendar over here.
No, I think it's generally during the week, right?
Okay, yeah.
Looks like they're during the week.
So this would just further reinforce. I'm getting somewhere with this. Is that this is an attempt by Disney to again boost crowd sizes during those times of year?
It might be, or it might be a first attempt to try and increase revenue during the slower times of year, because this is a hard ticket event, right?
Right.
So I don't know if anyone's going to actually fly their kids down just for this particular thing, but you might get some people who are willing to pay the $37 per adult, $30 per kid for the chance to do it if they're already there. So it might be more of an attempt to squeeze more dollars out of the people that are already going.
So I know it's kind of hard for you to predict things that are going to be happening. More than 6 months in advance? But given what you see now, you're not anticipating the middle the beginning of February, for instance, a traditionally dead time of the year, becoming even remotely more.
If free food's not going to bring people down that much, then to the parks, then something like this definitely won't have an impact.
All right. Annette, what are some other? There's also a parade, a new parade that's going to be occurring, is there not?
There is. They're going to have a new parade. They're going to have a new fireworks theme for this event. So they'll have that, and they're going to have some character meet and greets based on pirates and princesses, and a new castle stage show. And of course, special merchandise.
When you say a new castle stage show, do you mean something, the new one that will be replacing Cinderella Celebration soon, or a totally new one just for these parties?
The information that I have, and I can check on it if we need to, but the information I have says it's specific for these parties.
The parade?
No, the stage show, the castle stage show.
Stage show. I got meet and greets, and I got dance party. What else?
Yeah.
What are some of the? Okay, so yeah, there might be another stage show. What are some of the attractions that are going to be open? I mean, obviously, Adventureland's going to be open in Toontown.
Yeah, I would think it'd be the same attractions that you find in during Mickey's Not So Scary or Very Merry.
I'm betting the farm that Pirates of the Caribbean is going to be open.
Ooh, going out on a limb there, Scopa.
I know.
Ooh, and
somebody's going to.
Fantasyland. Fantasyland.
Ooh, Len, no one saw that one coming.
Yeah, I know, really.
Hey, Nat,
Call me
do you
daring.
know anything about this dinner? They're having. They're offering a family-style dinner at the Liberty Tree Tavern. Do you know anything about that? For the party?
For the party, it's going to be just like most people try to do the Liberty Tree Tavern before the Halloween party or Mickey's Very Merry.
Nothing
They'll have
special.
the same thing.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything special on that yet.
Okay. And I guess one of my questions would be, do you know or do you anticipate or do you think that somewhere down the line Disney will offer some special vacation package for this? Trying to get families to go, maybe offer some kind of a carrot that, maybe, I don't want to say free dining because it's not hurricane season.
Yeah, really.
I was going to say, I wonder if they'll try to entice them with something because, as I think Len mentioned or Matt may have mentioned, it's a very slow time of the year.
Yeah, it's a great time to go down because it is slow. It's a great time to take your kids and go. But typically there are specials that run during this time frame that Disney will come out with late in the fall, November, December-ish, but hard to tell at this point what they would come out with.
Where do you see Disney pushing this yet to you guys at Mousefan Travel, or is this something that's probably going to start coming on your front door, so to speak, as we get closer to the event, perhaps November, December-ish?
Well, we're already letting our clients know about it because those guests that want to go on and make those dining arrangements, it's time. It's time for several of them to go on and make their dining arrangements.
Oh, sure.
For the party.
Yeah, like January is already available, right?
Right.
Yeah.
What age do you think, Annette, does this event appeal to?
A lot of the clients that I have, they have the younger children. They have the elementary school kids. Although the big kids in us, there's something about going in January, February when that park closes early.
Right.
And you don't get to go in the park when the lights are going down. There's something about being in the park at night.
Well, Mike Scopa, you've always been a fan of, the e-ticket nights at the Magic Kingdom that have been since discontinued now for a while. But with the low crowds and the hard-ticketed event, I mean, this could be as close as you might be able to get to it.
Yeah, it's going to remain. We'll have to see what kind of crowds are there, Matt. What I liked about e-ticket night was that there was a limit of about, I think it was an average of about 5,000 tickets were sold
on
beautiful. E-ticket night. One of the things that e-ticket night did not offer was that e-ticket night had, I believe, 8 or 9 attractions open, whereas these party nights have most, if not all, the attractions open.
Annette, I have a female question for you.
Okay.
No, you can't be more scared than us. Go ahead.
All the lawyers.
Really? Newell, get ready with the bleep button.
What is scimitar training?
I don't know, but a scimitar.
Scimitar is, dude.
Oh,
what did they teach you in
man.
college?
Isn't that that guitar with like 3
That's a
heads?
sitar.
Oh,
Oh God. Oh, my headache is back.
Oh.
Oh. Get the nitro pills.
Wow.
All right, next time I'll Google my questions. Never mind.
Yeah, you think? Go ahead.
Wow.
Oh. I don't know if that rivals the hydrolator thing, but geez.
That's close.
I don't know. Hey, Ned, let me ask you this question by the way. You don't have much of an accent. Where are you from?
I'm from North Carolina.
Really?
So surprisingly that you said I'm originally from North Carolina, so
Go
Really?
Penguins.
say I don't have an accent. Yeah.
Woo, go Tar Heels.
Ooh, go Steelers. Oh, whatever.
Go Wolfpack.
Yeah, okay, exactly. All right,
Go
but wait,
Canes.
Matt.
We're gonna go there.
A scimitar is a sword, of course.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Len.
Well, I wasn't
big-
sure if I
it's
was
a big
supposed to
fat
answer
sword.
that or not.
Wait, a sword is...
Fat sword.
Why would they
Yeah,
have
it's like a
scimitar
curved
training
blade.
for princesses, though?
Well, it depends if it's like a Mulan or a
Like
who
a
is
Jasmine
the
thing?
Jasmine? Thank you.
It's going to be a Jasmine.
It could be a Jasmine thing.
So
yeah.
they're going to give
Thanks.
girls swords and teach them how to, like, cut down the pirates?
Notice that the pirates and the princesses go to Adventureland.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, give me a showdown at the Corral over there.
Usually.
Well, of course, if you have further questions about the event, you can always contact Annette at MouseFanTravel. Annette, your email will now be inundated with questions.
Yeah.
because we don't want to answer them.
What's that like? Is it cute? Oh, God. So listen. Before we end, did we have we already spoken about the new Magic Kingdom entertainment?
The replacement for Cinderella Celebration?
Cinderella Celebration, Woody's Cowboy Camp. Did we talk about that in Frontierland? The new Fun Day, Main Street Family Fun Day Parade.
Did we talk about it on the live show?
New Castle Show, currently titled Mickey's Dream Along Castle Party.
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did.
All right, so this is what I hear. This is from wdwmagic.com, by the way. But they're saying that there are 5 new offerings in the Magic Kingdom as part of the Year of a Million Dreams thing that has yet to be defined. But one of them is Woody's Cowboy Camp in the Frontierland area. My guess is this is going to go in the Diamond Horseshoe Saloon Review and be either some sort of like either a character greeting thing or Woody teaching people how to be cowboys. So remember how with Goofy's Country Dancing Jamboree, they taught kids how to do country line dancing 10 years after country line dancing became popular, or was popular for that brief moment in time.
Right.
Sort of like Patrick Swayze's singing career. Anyway, I think that's what they're gonna. I think that's what they're gonna do there. For a brief shining moment. Anyway, the other one is the Main Street Family Fun Day Parade, which I guess is you get a bunch of people who are willing to work for free in the parade. That's that. Here's the thing that the Royal Court Academy in the Castle Hub area, which I guess you dress up like. It's interesting. I wonder if you dress up like a princess, does this mean like you don't bathe for a couple days? You pretend like you're in 19th century France? Interesting.
I think you're taking it a little too far there, Len.
Okay, and then a new castle show replacing Cinderella Celebration, currently titled Mickey's Dream Along Castle Party, which is, I don't know. They're gonna use. My guess is they're gonna use the same props from Cinderella Celebration, but whatever. But here's the interesting thing that I found, because Disney's got High School Musical, right, and that's really really popular live show. So they're doing a High School Musical pep rally. Guess where they're doing it?
I actually knew this, but where is it?
Tomorrowland.
Oh, yeah, that's totally futuristic right there.
Yeah, and really what this shows me is that the crack market is alive and well in Orlando, because that's the only way.
Am I the only one who sees the High School Musical thing that's happening in Tomorrowland that Len's talking about as being this decade's version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle parade?
Oh no, the Barbie thing. Remember the Barbie thing? Barbie's
Oh.
birthday thing in Epcot or whatever it was. I was like,
Which high school you to go? You gotta
Oh God. I mean, High School Musical, fine. It's a musical, right? Well, first of all, it's a movie about a musical. What park is it again that has that movie tie-in? The Animal Kingdom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then it's a musical, a stage show. What park is it that has stage show? It's the. Wait, it's coming to me. It's coming to me. Wait.
It's the new wave
What's
theme park.
What's the park that hasn't got the newest attraction? That's been
Epcot.
Epcot, exactly. Yeah. You know where this really belongs. Wonders of Life.
Disney Quest.
Disneyland. Yeah, this really belongs.
Well, Annette, thank you for joining us and answering our questions for us, especially all the scimitar questions we have. Of course, Annette is from MEI Mouse Fan Travel, which can be found online at www.mousefantravel.com. And that's it for us today. This has been episode 138 of Walt Disney World Today. If you want to find our older episodes, read our show notes, or send us your comments, you can visit the Walt Disney World Today website at www.wdwtoday.com. You can also email us at questions@wdwtoday.com. For Line Testing Mike Scopa, Mike Newell, Annette Owens, and me, Matt Hochberg. We'll see you on the next show.